What's going on, guys? Etika from the Etika World Network here, and when I say what's going on, I don't mean it in the sense that I usually do, in the form of a greeting or whatever. I mean literally, what the fuck is going on, guys? A couple of days ago, we saw an NX controller leak, which basically showcased something looking like a fucking sex toy from the future, a fucking soap dish, a goddamn soap bar itself. And it had a screen on it with no buttons and two joysticks, and it was leaked as the Nintendo NX controller, but proven false due to the fact that on the screen, it was basically a shot from an Unreal Engine 4 tech demo. So basically everyone's concerns were put to rest, because this thing obviously can't be real, right? Fast forward to today, a couple of hours ago on Reddit, there were two screenshots leaked on that bitch, and apparently they show more of that controller in use. Well, actually the screen isn't really lit up on it, but you see the controller in more full detail, and I'm goddamn scared now, because even though I know a lot of people can still pass it off as fake, the fact that we're getting more of this thing and it physically exists doesn't sit well with me. But let's take a look at exactly what it is before we jump to conclusions. You need to see this for yourselves. Maybe you saw this already. Either way, I want to know what you guys think of this shit in the comments. So big thank you to Jake James Lugo, first person that sent me this thing, and he says, I want someone to see Etika react to this. Can I expect a news video on this? Now, so many people were telling me to cover the original controller. Well, the original, I say that as if it was proven real, but people wanted me to cover the first leak that happened with the white one. And I didn't really go into full detail with it, but overall, I covered that it was debunked in my last video. But now we have more screenshots of a very similar controller popping up over here. So let's take a look at exactly what the Reddit thread is saying about this. I already saw this before because this is my second take doing the video, but it's still fucking insane just to see that these shots are out there, and a lot of people are eating this up now because they're saying, well, if there's one version of this that was white and there's another version that's black, that means there's got to be two versions out there, which means what's the possibility of that being faked? But at the same time, obviously, there's people that are willing to go to extreme boundaries to be able to pass off something as real. So obviously, okay, let's look at the shots really quick because you're going to see what I mean here. It's apparently all on an Imager post, and you can see that this device is definitely a physical device. Like, it's not photoshopped or anything. You can't photoshop that. That's a real picture of something taken sitting on a desk, and it looks exactly like that white controller thing that we saw a couple of days ago, which was trying to be passed off as a Nintendo NX controller. So how real do you guys think this is? To be real with you guys, I know it's definitely possible that, you know, maybe something crazy happened, but I doubt it. Nintendo security has been on point lately. I mean, if a Smash Brothers character couldn't get leaked, such as Cloud, then how the fuck do you think I'm going to be believing that the Nintendo NX controller, in a form like this especially, was leaked online? I don't believe it, guys, but there's another percentage of people out there who think that this might just be actually true, because if you think about it, right? Like, there would be people that would go to the extreme of recreating something in real life to mimic the patent that was taken out by Nintendo, which looked like this, and pass it off as the NX controller. I mean, ever since the NX was basically announced by Satoru Iwata last year around this time, there have been people looking up all the patents that Nintendo's been taking out from then and trying to see if they somehow connect to the Nintendo NX. Nintendo and a lot of other companies do this regularly, always taking out patents on things that probably will never even come to fruition anytime, but they still look interesting regardless. I think this might just be fake just because of that. I mean, come on, guys. I don't think Nintendo would do something as insane as this, although it does look captivating because it definitely is real. As you can see, there's only two pictures. Why wouldn't there be more? If somebody was truly leaking this shit, why don't you show the thing in action? And clearly they have a good camera on hand because there's no potato quality here. Why don't we see more of this thing in motion? And plus, they have to post it next to a Wii U gamepad. To be honest, I think that these shots, as real as that device looks, I think that the shots themselves are trying way too hard to try to pass this off as something that's legit. Oh, look at this. It's next to a fucking gamepad. It's gotta be real, right? Guys, I don't think so, man. I mean, this seems too ridiculously insane to be real on top of it all. I mean, either this thing is fake or someone's losing their fucking job, because you can clearly make out what kind of office, what kind of space this is being put in, guys. Sorry about that, but the NX stuff just doesn't seem to stop now. And the closer that we get to E3, or rather further in the year that we get, the more insane variables keep coming into the whole NX equation, and this one is definitely throwing a lot of people off. To be honest with you guys, right now I'm sitting at 80% fake and 20% real. This thing looks captivating and it has my interest piked, but at the same time, this is just too much. There's too many things that fall in line with this just trying to be passed off as real when it's actually something that a dude made in his dad's basement or something, you know? I really can't believe this, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As much as I may not believe in this thing, maybe you have some more evidence, or maybe there's some more stuff on the Reddit thread going on here that proves this. But either way, I will be keeping in touch with all this stuff with you guys.